Hello. Good night. It's a little bit after 9. Let's see what time it is. It's 9. I couldn't find my book. I was like, where is my book? 9:20. How's everyone doing tonight? Let's see if we can invite a few of the ladies. Hello. Hi. How's everyone doing tonight? Hi, Leanne. How are you? Let's turn that down. Hello. Is it karate? Hi, guys. Let me share and invite a few of the ladies. How's everyone doing tonight? Hey, Reverend, how are you? Pastor Mitchell, how are you? How's everyone doing tonight? Hi, Danielle. Did you guys get my book? The Naked Wife? Hello. Okay, not, my phone is not allowing me to share. Let's try this. Hi guys, how are you? Anunyo, what are you doing up this time of night? Shouldn't you be sleeping? Hi, Lane. These are Alexis. I saw it. Was like, let me borrow those. Let me borrow those. That's because it's all things girly, Anunyo. Okay? It's all things girly. Do you see all of Alexia's pink things? Hi, Gerald. How are you? I'm trying to invite a few. Let me see if I can get it on my computer because it's not working on my other phone. How's everyone doing? How's the weather? I think it warmed up here in Jersey today. I went out and I didn't feel as if I was freezing, so that's a good thing. Let's see if I can get on here and invite a few ladies. How's everyone doing? Yeah, my phone is not, usually I can just invite a few people, but it's not allowing me to share. Hi, Shernette. How are you? Start a watch party. Ooh. All right. It's not working the way I want it to work. Oh, let's try this. Let's try. Oh, here we go. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Shernette, how are you? Where are you again? What island? Yes, Shernette, I'm aware. Hi, Mimi. How are you? Haven't seen you in a minute. Congratulations on the new job. I'm trying to invite a few ladies here. It's just not. Oh, here go. Got it. Finally. Just inviting a few ladies here. Hey, Raheem. How are you coming on your post? Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? How you doing? Trinidad. Yeah. Goody. How's the weather there? Is it nice? Bernadette. Hi, Bernadette. Hi, Mom. Rachel. Tammy. Just invited a few ladies. Yeah, we're going to have some fun tonight. Get all things girly. I know Anunya was laughing after my bunny ears, but Alexi has all things girly because she's such a girly girl. Yeah. Really nice. Oh, I'm sure it is. All right, I think that's all my regulars. I just invited all my regular people. Hey, buddy. Coco, do you like my bunny ears? Anunya didn't like them, but that's because it's all things girly. See Penny over here. Do you see Penny? Hi, Dwayne. Hi, Flora. Hi, Ida. And Alexia Pinkball. She has so much stuff, girly stuff. She's all girl. She's all girly girl. Okay, I think that those are all my regular people. Ryan. How you guys doing? We're gonna have some fun tonight. Hi, Judy. Let's see. Nicole's probably sleeping. You're welcome. Adriana, you're welcome. Hi, Michelle. Forgot about the Proud Family. Right? Oh, my God. I used to love that cartoon. I used to watch it every Saturday with Lexi. Yes, she has everything. I mean, that girl has everything. Okay, I think that's going to be it because I have to start. Because I know you guys have to get up tomorrow and go to church. She just like me pink. Yeah, Lexi loves everything in this house is pink. The only pink stuff I get is what she doesn't want. And she's like, I don't want that. And then I'll wear it. I'll say, oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I think that's it. On my regulars. Oh my God. All right, I think that's it. I think that's it. Elaine, Brittany, the other Janice. Okay, I think that's it. I think I got everyone on my regular. Hi, Clifford. How are you? Okay, what's your other name, Clifford? What's your other name, Clifford? I don't remember. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Hi, Dee Dee. How are you, Amy? Oh, my Lord. Okay, I'm going to start. Hi, James. All right, that's it. That's it. I think I invited as many people as possible. I keep seeing people I need to invite. All right. Okay. How's everyone doing tonight? Yeah, last night I was supposed to do a live, but I went to take a nap, and that was it. I didn't wake up. So I said I have to make it up to you guys tonight. So first, I just want to say thank you guys for everyone that have purchased The Naked Wife and have left a review. I know a lot of you guys have gotten it. And hi, Danielle. And have not, there's another Danielle. Okay, so there's two Danielle. Have not left a review. And I really need you guys to leave a review for me, okay? Tell me how wonderful it was. Alrighty, and tonight we're going to be talking about how to gather data on the guys you meet. Thank you, Vi. Anunya didn't like my bunny ears. I saw Alexa with them. I was like, let me borrow those. All this pink stuff is Alexa. This is her blanket, her pillow. Hi, Casey. How are you? Thanks for jumping on with me. So we're going to be talking about how to gather data on the guys we meet. Is my volume okay? Can you guys hear me? Okay, it's about half. Okay, great. And so I had mentioned a story in The Naked Wife. The Naked Wife? Thank you, Vi. See Anunya if you're still on. She loves them. And hi, Simone. And it's called Barbie Doll. Hi, Pamela. How are you? Thanks for jumping on with me tonight. I think it's 2:25 or something. And if you're not familiar with the story, I'm going to read it for you. Oh, Barbie doll. Found it. Barbie doll. Okay. And it's basically talking about how as we date as single ladies, a lot of my friends are single ladies, and how to skillfully gather data on the guys that you date. And I'm going to tell you a story of mine where I met this wonderful guy in church. He was a man's man. Child, he wanted me to have a boob job. That was the last time I went out with him. Never went out with him, cut him off, that was it. But let's start with Barbie doll. Okay, hi Casey, thanks for jumping on with me. Okay, how many of you guys actually have the Naked Wife? I know Danielle has it. I know the two Danielle has it. Pamela has it. I know a few other people. Denise, I need this. I'm 61. I need to work quick. Elaine, yes. You need to jump in my inbox. Hi, Joyce. How are you? I've been meaning to call you, girl. I need some stuff. I need some stuff. I say I have to call you. I need some bronzer, okay? I need bronzer and I need my cream. Judy, you have it and you haven't read it? Oh my Lord. Okay, if you have it, jump to page 225. 225 talking about Barbie doll. Okay, I'm gonna read for you guys, okay? And it reads, oh, what are you guys drinking tonight? You know I always have my tea or my coffee. Let's mix that up a little bit because I don't think I mixed it. So I'm having lemon tea tonight. It says live in the moment. Yeah. And then, of course, I have some water. Water. Yep. Me, I have my hard copy. Yeah, Elaine, thank you. Did you leave a review, Elaine? Thank you. Hi, Mary. LOL, Joyce. Okay, Barbie doll. Joyce, did you get my book? I don't remember if you got The Naked Wife. And I should probably include the link. I'm telling everyone to get the book, but I have not included the link. So let's do that right now, so you guys could just jump on and purchase it. It's actually on sale for $12.99, I think. Amazon put your stuff on sale. They don't even get your permission. They're like, we're going to put your book on sale. Okay, let's get the link in here. It's a little slow. It's a little slow, but I know a lot of you guys already have it, so that's good. I just need you guys to go to Amazon and leave a review for me. Here it is. Here's the link. And help me to make it happen. Okay, got the link. Let's go back over here and let's include it in here. Here's the link, guys, if you haven't gotten it yet. I think it's on sale for $12.99. But I know a lot of you guys have gotten it. I guess you just click on that link. Let's put it up here. And let's see. Can I include it up here? If it logs. Okay, it's not allowing me to. Okay, nope, never mind. Let's go back over here. Leave this page. It's not working. So in the link below, and let me just put it on my page again, just in case you guys haven't had it. But if you can, I would really appreciate it. Just pick it up. Get the, we'll get it tonight. Thank you. Who said that? Yes, Joyce, please. It says getting it fixed. Okay, there was an issue with the link. Okay, Joyce, thank you. Hi, Brian. Thanks for watching. Okay, guys, so Barbie doll. Okay, we're going to read Barbie doll. And we're going to try to see where she could have cut off this relationship while she was dating, because, you know, he didn't just want her to start making changes. He through the time they were dating, you know, there were signs, red flags, but a lot of times we don't want to walk away. Hi, Bettina. How are you? Bettina, do you have my book? I think you do. Okay, Barbie doll, page 225. Page 225. Hi, Felicia. Okay. It says, my husband has always wanted me to look a certain way. To me, that's clue number one. Hi, Patrina. Thank you for dinner. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So she said, my husband has always, we'll call her Barbie, okay, since it's called Barbie doll, wanted me to look a certain way. No, I'm all for enhancing, but as far as changing the way I look, like lightening my skin, getting bigger boobs and stuff like that for a man, absolutely not. Okay. It says, I am all for fixing myself up, working out, looking, feeling, and being my best. I was never the makeup girl, just as long as I had on some moisturizer, face powder, and makeup for special occasions. It started out as one thing where he would say, wear more makeup, add some more hair, dye your hair, fake lashes, bleach your skin, blonde hair, liposuction, Botox, waist trainer, more Botox, breast implants, butt implants, etc. Oh, Lord, that's too much. That is too much for one person. That's a lot of stuff. And she's doing it not because that's what she wants, but that's because of what he wants, okay? After I had our son, I had gained a few pounds, and he suggested that I get a personal trainer, which I was okay with because I wanted to shed the pounds. I was lighter after the baby than I was before. One day, I was in the bathroom brushing my blonde hair. Hi, Derek. And I think I heard him saying something about a rib. I asked him what he said, and he said he saw a show where doctors could remove a rib or two to make your waist smaller. I asked, what did you say? She said, what did you say? I still look a little sleepy, guys. I asked, what did you say? And he said, baby, let's remove one or two of your ribs to make your waist smaller. The light came on for me. I looked in the mirror and I didn't recognize myself. Breast implants, blonde hair, fake eyelashes. I had sat back for 10 years and allowed this man to turn me into Barbie. All because I was trying to be a submissive wife and make my husband happy. Isn't that something? She said she sat back for 10 years and allowed him to turn her into Barbie. Now, this is someone I knew. Well, I don't know them personally, but, you know, I know them. And, I mean, he could use some liposuction. I said, but, you know, I don't like to talk about people's husband. But they're not married anymore. She got a divorce. And she's all natural now. She took all her blonde hair out. She's all natural. She just started to get dreads. Hey, Denise. She have thrown away all the makeup, she says. She just wanted to be natural. So I asked her, I said, well, you know, when you were dating, didn't you pick up on those things? And she said, yeah, but, you know, she just thought, oh, you know, whatever I need to do to, that's right, Elaine. She said, whatever I needed to do to, you know, she really liked him. She really loved him. And, she wanted him to choose her, to marry her. So whatever he wanted to do, she would do it. Whatever he suggested, she would do it. And notice he always says to her, a wife is to submit to her husband. And that's something a lot of guys use. And so, ladies, this is why it's so important for us to know the Bible for ourselves, because some men will use submission in a wrong way to try to get us to do things that we know we don't want to do, or it's wrong, because that's not what submission is. Submission means to come under his vision. And that's why my single ladies, not the married ladies, okay? You're married, it is what it is. But the single ladies who can still choose. It's vital that you choose the right guy. Because you don't want somebody trying to turn you into Barbie. So let me tell you my example. I've had this happen to me twice. Fresh out of high school, I'm not going to say who, because some people might be on that know this person. Fresh out of high school, and he says to me, you need to wear you need to wear makeup. I was like, I was 19, 19 and feisty. I was like, no, I'm not wearing no makeup, especially when I'm home. Why do I need to put makeup on when I'm home? Or if he came to my house, to visit, he would say, wear skirts or dresses. Or when I'm coming over, put some makeup on. No, I'm 19. He's 19 or 20. So there wasn't no big difference in our age. So it wasn't too long after that I cut him off, because I was like, no, not when I'm in the house. If I'm going out, fine. But in the house, I'm not going to do that. So the guy that wanted me to have breast implants, I really liked this guy. He was a man's man. He was in the church, not my church, but another church. Had a great job. Said he was looking for a wife. And I liked him a lot, because he was a lot of things that I liked in guys. And single women don't need to submit to a man who's not her husband. Amen. So true. Don't. Exactly, Dee Dee. So I remember one time we went out. I remember the restaurant we went to. I mean, it was a nice, cute little Italian restaurant in Union. As a matter of fact, it is so cute that I take my girlfriends there. We haven't been there in a while. But when I was living over on that side of town, that was one of my favorite spots, because it's just so cute and nice and romantic. And we were there. So he said, so tell me, what if when you get married, your husband want you to get breast implants? I was young. I was in 23, 24. I was like, what? No, I'm not getting no breast implants. Then he said, well, wouldn't that be submitting to your husband? If your husband asks you to get breast implants, wouldn't that be you not submitting to him? And I just went off on him and said, that is not what submission means, okay? Submission, it has nothing to do with you telling me to do something that I don't want to do. You want me to change my body for you? I'm not going to do that. At that time, there were a couple of ladies I knew who was going through cancer treatment and having to have surgery just to save their lives. And here was this man asking me about breast implants and, about submission. That's not what submission is. Submission is not doing everything your husband says. Because what if he tells you to do something wrong? And that's why choosing the right husband is vital. It's important, ladies, because you need to submit to him. And again, submission means come under his vision. Okay? Under his protection, under his love, under his provision. Okay? So that's why it's so vital, ladies, for us to be mindful and to be careful of the guys of the man we choose to be over us. Okay, because God said the husband is the head of the household, and you guys know how I feel about that. If he ain't got no job, he can't be the head. Okay. So it's vital. Okay. So I know a lot, let me not say a lot, some women who will do anything to get a man's attention, or will do anything to get him to marry her. You know, you go over to a guy's house, you want to wash, cook, clean, sex him, and all of that stuff, just to prove to him that you are wife material. And that's what they are calling. I don't know who coined this term, pick me, pick Misha, or pick Mishaism, but I love it, right? Because it's all about ladies just doing stuff that you don't want to do, or you're doing things for him to pick you. You're washing for him. Oh, I'm just trying to prove to him that I'm wife material. Or you're cooking. You're cooking all this food for him. Or you're cleaning his house. Or you just met him, but you're laid up with him. I remember this one guy. He didn't have anything, y'all. He was living in 4 or 5. Had about 3 or 4 kids. Had nothing. Child support was hurting him really, really bad. So he was sleeping on, and if you're on this live and you know this story, don't say anything. Shh, don't call any names, please. And he was sleeping on a mattress on the floor. And so the girl will go over there, and, she thought it was romantic. Oh, I'm going to show him, that I just want him for who he is. And, so what, he don't have any money, so what, he doesn't have a bed, I'm going to just lay on the floor with him, right? So they, lay on the floor and do the do. So then they fell out, and she said, Mother effer, you don't even have a bed to sleep on. You're sleeping on the floor. And he said, and you laid right on the floor with me, and you effed me on the floor. So what does that say about you? Oh my God. Everybody's face hit the floor. Because she thought she was doing something romantic. And, oh, I'm just going to show him that it doesn't matter, and so on and so forth. But then he came right back and throw it in her face. How she laid on the floor with him, knowing he had no money, knowing he had no bed, laid on the floor and screwed him. And see how he threw it back in her face, right? So ladies, all this stuff that we're trying to do to prove to a guy that we're wifey material, maybe we need to just take a step back, lean back. And you know what? Another thing I notice is usually guys will get up, leave you who've been there with him all these years, going through the struggle, and he'll go marry a girl he met 3 months ago. Why? Because she had some kind of standards. She just said, no, I'm not doing this. No, I'm not washing. No, I'm not cooking. I'm not cleaning. I want to be married, so on and so forth. And he will leave the girl who's been there all this time with him, being a pick-me-sha, doing everything for him, paying his bills, buying him clothes, putting a roof over his head. I hear the stories all the time. And yesterday I heard of 2 stories. All the time, how these guys usually get up, leave the pick-me-shas, and go and find a girl 3 months, and he marry her. And all this time, pick-me-sha's been waiting for him to marry her, and he doesn't marry Miss Pick-me-sha, because that's not what he wants. We think that we need to wash, cook, and clean, but a lot of guys, they don't want that. They want the real you. They want you. And that's what we need to show. Who are you? I always say, if you broke, you don't have any money, God forbid, on a rainy day with your hair standing on top of your head, who are you? And I think that's the person that guys want. I remember when Michael and I got engaged, and I went over to he had a townhouse. I'm not seeing, why am I not seeing the messages on here? Um, he was busy. Okay. And he was busy working on his computer. And I said, hey, why don't you let me clean up for you? I could clean your bathroom for you. And he was like, no, 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 no. I don't need you for that. I don't need you to be cleaning. No, 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 no. Say no to Bob the Builder. Exactly, Coco. He was like, no, I don't need you for that. I need you to be my life partner, be my wife, be my encourager, be the mother of my children. And, he said a few other things. And that kind of turned the light on for me. Now, my husband, I've only cooked while we were engaged. I might have cooked for him 2 or 3 times, okay? Because my dad already told me that. Don't go cooking and washing and cleaning for these guys. Do I have a story in here about the cooking? No, that's my other book. About don't go doing all of that for these guys. So unless I had a ring on my finger, okay? I might have cooked for him 2 or 3 times, and those meals are still his favorite today. So, ladies, let's not be pick-me-ishes. Let's allow the guys to pursue us. Lean back. Don't be calling and texting. And I think I shared with you guys, when I met my husband, it took him a whole month to call me, okay? A whole month. But it didn't matter because I was still going out. I was dating. Hi, Suzanne. I was dating. I was marketing my book. So I was at an event every week, meeting new guys, meeting new people. I never called him. I never texted him. I never sent him, I never sent him any messages because my dad told me if he wants you, he will come and see about you. Okay? He took your number. He said he's going to call. Let him call. If he doesn't, it's okay. Don't sit at home and wait. What if I was just sitting around waiting a whole month for him to call me? What if he never called me? I wasted a whole month. But it didn't bother me. He was just a nice guy that I met that I hope to talk to again. When I spoke to him, I knew. I was like, I want to talk to him again. He sounds interested. Oh, I would love to talk to him again. But he never called. It took him a whole month to call. But when he did call and we went out on it, it was a Monday night. I remember it like it was yesterday. He called Thursday. It was a Thursday. We set up the date. He wanted to go out that Friday. I said, no, I didn't hear from him for a whole month. I'm not just going to jump up and be on a date with you tomorrow after you've just called me, after you've waited a whole month. So I let him wait. So we went out on a Monday. I remember he was at work and he said, I don't think I'm going to be getting out of this business meeting. By the time I get over there, it's going to be late. So on and so. So I was like, okay. And then he told me, it took him a while to call. Hi, Tarika. Did I get your name right? Because he had reports due for the end of the year. So I was like, okay. And then he called back. He said, you know what? Hi, girl. He said, you know what? I'm going to get a car and I'm going to come over there and take you out for dinner. And he can get a car to bring him home in the evening. So he got a car, came. He said, can't let me pick you up. I said, no. He's a stranger. I don't want people to know where I live. So I said, I'll meet you. And he had, when we spoke the Thursday, he said, I'm going to make a reservation at this very, 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 very nice and expensive restaurant. So I said, oh, no, I can't be far from home. I need to be like 5 minutes away from home. And that's a little bit too far for me. And I need to be close to Alexia because at that time she was a little bit older. She could stay at home, but I don't want to leave her at home for a long time. So he said, well, okay, just pick a place. So I said Applebee's. Hi, Ruby. Now I know a lot of you was like, Applebee's. Well, he said the same thing too. He was like, Applebee's. Are you sure? I said yes, because he was in the restaurant business. So he's like, Applebee's. So I was like, yes, it's 5 minutes from my house. If there's an emergency, hi Ruby, I need to run home. You know, so 50% of our dates were at Applebee's, which is 5 minutes away from my house. So for my engagement, he actually took me to the restaurant he wanted to take me to on our first date. That's, you have to make reservations. You can't just show up. He took me there. So I laugh about that today. Me and him, we talk about it. He said Applebee's. I know a lot of women won't go do Applebee's. Hi, Allison. But it wasn't so much about him. It was about me needing to be close to home. So yes, we went to Applebee's. And 50% of our dates were at Applebee's. But I tell some of my girlfriends, they're like, Applebee's? You went to Applebee's? Yeah. Because it wasn't about him. It was about me needing to be home. So be close to home. Alrighty, ladies. Any other questions? Any questions? Let me see if I find another story for you guys. Let's see. Coco has said something. In the limo. I remembered. Yes, Patrina. No, that was the engagement. Yeah. Patrina said in the limo. Yeah. For the engagement, he rented a limo. And I was so surprised. Company Christmas party. Oh, that's romantic, Ruby. That's so nice. Now, when I took him to my job, I don't know if Ananya is still on here. But when I took him to my job party, everybody loved him. Loved him. Everybody. Even Ananya. Right, Ananya? And Monday, when I went to work, all the ladies came. Janice, you better marry him. Janice, now that's a husband. Janice, that's the one you marry. And I remember one lady, Miss Grandparent, she came to my desk. She pointed her finger at my face. She said, Janice, listen to me and listen to me good. She said, you marry that man. You hear me? He said, he remind me of my husband. The way he was with you at that party, that's how my husband is with me. So everybody loved him. I don't see anything wrong with Applebee's either, but you know, some people is like, Applebee's. It was fine with me. And then when Alexi had a little bit more time, if she had an activity, we would, go downtown Newark, and he was in the restaurant business, so he know a lot of those places. We would go to some of those cute little restaurants downtown and eat real quick. 2 hours. We never did dinner and a movie, okay? He was like, would you like to do a movie afterwards? I'm like, no, I gotta get home. Because Lexi was home alone. And I needed to get home. 2 hours. That's all I could spare him. Our date lasted no more than 2 hours. Come, order the food, eat, go home. That's it. That was fun. We still laugh about that today. Yes, so for the engagement, he got a limo. I was so surprised. I'm not cooking for anyone. I'm just dating. And I'm a chef. Right, Coco? You cook, and you cook beautiful meals. She says she's not cooking for anyone. Where's MJ? MJ's upstairs, Patrina. Say no to Bob the Builder. Right, Coco? Say no to Bob the Builder. Yeah, Felicia. Pygmisha. Yeah, we have to be delivered from Pygmisha. Yeah, yes, they respect the ones with standards. So we just have to get a little bit of standards. I talk about my list. Sticking to our list. Oh, my computer. Sticking to our list. Oh, I didn't plug it in. Excuse me, guys. And, oh, let me get hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm back. The Naked Wife, Ryan. Is this from The Naked Wife? I'm buying my copy this month. Yes, Ryan. That story I read was from The Naked Wife. Right, Coco, right. He never loved her for who she was. And that's a question I asked my husband when I was dating him too. Because by the time I met my husband 10 years later, I was an expert in gathering information from the guys that I would talk to. And I didn't go out with every guy I met because I was skilled in getting information. And that's one of the questions I asked him. Would you want me to get breast implants? See what he says. He was like, "What? What? Why would I ask you to do that? You know, they're supposed to love you for who you are, for what you are, not try to change you." So I was like, okay. You know, And let me tell you guys a funny story. The first time I knew that I would marry him, hey Roderick, the Christmas party, right? We're coming from my job's party, and he's driving me home. And I remember we were coming down 280. I remember like it was yesterday. And I'm fidgeting with my hair. And he said, you know, are you okay? I'm like, mm-hmm. He was like, you've been picking with your hair all night. I said, I have? He said, yeah. I said, it's just bothering me a little bit. Those clip-on ponytails, I hate those. Oh my God, I can never get them. It's just best for me to do my own ponytail versus buying the ones you put on your hair and, stick it in with the comb. So he says to me, why don't you take it off? I was like, what? He was like, take it out. I was like, are you sure? He was like, yeah, take it out. So I popped it off, threw it in the back of the car. I looked at him. I said, oh, I'm going to marry him. Because one of the things I wanted was to be comfortable with someone. I just want to be able to put on jeans and t-shirt and just be comfortable, fix myself up when I'm going to fix myself up. But I don't want to always have makeup on. I don't want to always having to dress up. I just want to chill sometimes. And that was one of the things I wanted to make sure my guy was comfortable with, because I had a couple of guys, the guy that wanted me to do the breast implants. Sorry. The guys that wanted me to wear makeup all the time. And hi Pastor Dale, how are you? And so with my husband, one of the things I wanted to feel was I didn't have to be perfect around him. I want to feel I want to feel comfortable when I'm around him. And when he told me to take the ponytail off, I was like, are you sure? He was like, yeah. I popped it off, threw it in the back of the car. I looked at him. I was like, I'm going to marry him. As the first time, all that time I was gathering, it was, I don't know, about a month or two, I was gathering data. But that, I remember the three things that I thought, oh, I'm going to marry him. That was the first thing. The second thing was my book signing. I had a book signing, I don't remember, in like the springtime. And the way he came and he just took control of everything. And he was like, you're the host. He was like, sit there and look pretty. And no, let me take care of everything. Let me do the table. He was at the door. Everybody came in like, who is that? Everybody was like, who is that? Is he single? I was like, that's my friend. I love that because he took control. And another time we went to the supermarket and I don't remember we were engaged. I don't think we were engaged. That's probably the first time he cooked for me. Still one of my favorite meals today. And remember Pathmark, if you live in Newark, remember Pathmark and on Bergen Street? And we were walking in the supermarket. He was holding my hand and he was just leading me through the aisle, and he knew where everything was. You know, he lived right around the corner in Society Hill, so he knew where everything. And I was like, oh, I love this. I love for a man to take charge and take control and just, lead me. Those are the three events that happen, and I'm like, oh, I gotta marry him. You know, I have to marry him. I've never had that before with the guy, so that was interesting for me. I have a list. Everyone thinks I'm crazy, but I have a list. Ryan, absolutely, I have a list. I have a list, and I tell ladies, get your list. Okay, now be flexible. And I always tell my lady friends, have a list of 10. You have 10 fingers. Write them on your fingers, right? Have a list of 10 things of both negotiable and non-negotiable. So non-negotiables are the things that he must absolutely have. That means you cannot negotiate on those things. Those things are not negotiable, okay? And then the non-negotiables, that's it. They're not flexible at all. They are must have. And then the negotiable are things that, you can be a little flexible. So for me, number one is he had to be born again. So if I met a guy who was not born again, I don't need to go out with you. Usually the guys will say, well, we could go out and you could talk to me about Jesus. No, my dad said, give them my number. Tell them to call me and I'll talk to them about Jesus. So when they said that, I would say, oh, no, I'm not going out with you. But here's my father's number. He's a pastor and he can talk to you about Jesus. Okay. So I didn't go out with those guys. He had to be born again. So, some guys have this thing of being spiritual. I don't know one born again person who says I'm spiritual. I don't know any. There might be some out there, but I'm just saying I don't know any born again person that says I'm spiritual. I just don't know any. Okay? There might be some, but I don't know any. All right. Okay, so that was my number one. My number one. My number two, give them my number. I'm telling you, ladies, my father saved me from so much stuff. He told me everything. In my next book about the guy that wanted to come over, he claimed he was hungry and he wanted to come over, and my dad had already told me, guys are going to want to come over to your apartment. They're going to want you to cook for them. That's a no-no. You don't want to need anybody at your apartment. You'll have Lexi. You don't want anybody at your house. So when he came talking about, I'm so hungry, I already knew. I didn't say a word. So, okay. So number one for me, he had to be born again. Number two, and I'm not going to give you guys all my list because I want you guys to buy my book. Number two was he had to be a tither. Okay, he must be a tither. I cannot tell you how many women I know in the church whose husbands are not in the church who fight with their husbands about tithing. Granted, some of these women came to Christ after they've married their husband, but a lot of the women marry unsaved men or men who didn't believe in tithing. And that's not something I want to deal with, because tithing for me is big. I know that God has worked miracles in my life because of tithing. If you guys have read my first book, Praying for Our Children, you have known how far God has taken me from being homeless, 16, having Lexi when I was 16, being homeless, sleeping on people's floors, sleeping on people's carpets and couches. Had to give up Lexi for about 3 or 4 months because I was homeless. I didn't have anywhere to go, and I thought, if Lexi has somewhere to sleep warm and have food, I'm okay with it. But I wasn't okay. I went back and got my baby after about 2 or 3 months. Finally God opened the door for us to get a little apartment, a studio apartment. And it's all because of me tithing. Tithing. I used to get 322 from welfare, my food stamps, my rent. I never forgot, Mr. Patel. $384. No, you asked me how I got $384, pay my rent, always had a phone. Electric was never cut off. Tithing, because I tithe, God always made a way. So tithing for me is big. So to marry a man who does not pay tithes is a big no-no for me, because a lot of women marry men who don't pay tithe and then get in the marriage and cry. Oh, he don't want me to pay tithe. He says the pastor. This is the big one. Pastor is buying a big truck and wearing gator shoes with his money, so he don't want me to pay tithes. You knew that before, so why did you marry him? So that's an issue I did not want to have. Okay, number 2. I'm not telling you guys anymore. So those are non-negotiables. So with my husband, we knew he was born again, right? He went to go to Metropolitan. Yes, but God. The tithing. After about 2 weeks of us going out, when he called me one Sunday morning, he says, I'm leaving out to jump on my flight. I'm going to stop by the church to pay my tithe. Ding, 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 ding. And I'm going to come by and give you a hug. And I was like, yes, 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 yes. He's born again. He's a tither. Yes, 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 yes. And to this day, we have never had a fight about tithing. Nothing. Whatever we have to give to, we need to give to the church is what we give. Whatever pastor need, if he need over and above, we need to give. We give. No issue with our tithing. Okay. So those 2 of my non-negotiables. There is no negotiation on that. None. You're not born again, I'm not interested. You're not a tither, I'm not interested. And ladies, there are some men who are saved who do not believe in tithing. Tithing to me is personal. Okay? It's like your health. It's personal. It's like your faith. It's personal. It's everyone's personal decision to decide. Thank you, Elaine. Coming soon to tithe or not to tithe. I think that is personal. You cannot force anyone to tithe. I think that's a personal decision that people have to make. Okay? So they have to make that decision for themselves. Okay? And so one of my negotiables is children. You know, I had Lexi when I was young. And I prefer a guy that did not have children. Okay, because Lexi was getting older. She was 18 when I got married, you know. But I could negotiate that. If I met a guy that had 1 child or 2 child, he was a good father, everything worked out, I could negotiate. That's, you know, it could go either way for me. So I didn't care. If he had 10 children, absolutely not. Because I remember one guy told my father he wanted to meet me. He was a divorced father with 5 kids. I said, no, I'm not interested. I'm not even going out to dinner with you. That's a waste of my time, because I know I'm not going to do 5 children. So let's not waste each other's time. No, thank you. Okay, didn't go out with him. So that was one of my negotiables. I could negotiate that. Hi, Carolyn. How are you? Okay. Panel, tithing is so important. People sometimes don't realize that. It's very important. It's very important. And that's why, ladies, I encourage you guys to make your list 10 negotiables and non-negotiables. And what that will do is cause you to become disciplined and to cause you to see what's important, what's really important, and what's not important. Under being born again, there's a lot of things. Okay, you don't have to put, oh, he has to be funny. He has to be, I mean, you can do that, because my husband, I put that in the back of my head, like he has to have a great sense of humor, because I can't stand a dry person. He has to be, you know, a lot of things, you don't have to list them specifically, but you can list them under an umbrella. And being born again is like the fruit of the Spirit, And then he has 9 different things. Hi, Kasa. Hi, Pastor Nicholson. How are you? How are you? So you don't have to list everything. So when you have 10 things. I said 10 things, tithing, 10 fingers, both negotiable and non-negotiable. Then it will cause you to be disciplined, and it will cause you to see what are those important things. And as you date, gather data on the guys you meet. Dating it's okay, Pastor Nicholson, has absolutely nothing to do with having sex, making babies, shacking up, taking care of a man. It has nothing to do with that. Dating is all about gathering data to make an informed decision. You need to make a decision on this man. And something that us ladies have done for a very long time is to meet a guy and jump in a relationship with him. You don't know anything about him. So you need to gather the data about him so that you can know if this is someone you want to go on with. Remember what I said about my husband. He was born again. Good. Okay, he was a tither. Good. So I had my list, so he was hitting them. You know, he was hitting he was like bam, 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 bam. He was everything. He was just hitting it. Then he asked to meet my dad. I was like, oh Lord, he's serious. He is serious, honey. Hi, Pastor Carolyn. This is Carolyn. Hi, Pastor Cassandra. He was serious. So that's why you need to have that list. So as you talk, you can, in your mind, you're getting the information. You don't have to argue with him. What if you meet a guy that you really like and you're talking about money or tithing? He said, well, I don't believe in tithing, honey. Pastor, spending all my money buying gator shoes and big truck and big houses. You don't need to argue with him because you already know that's not a person for you. That's going to be your marriage. That's going to be your life. You're going to spend your life arguing about tithing. Why would you want to do that? You know, I mean, marriages already have so many issues to face. You don't want to add something to it. You don't want to marry someone who, if you're a born again believer, and most of my ladies are born again Christians. If you're a born again Christian, you don't want to marry somebody who is not born again. Let me read that story. I have one of those in my book. Who is not born again? Because that's one less thing you have to deal with. When we wake up Sunday morning, the only question we ask each other is, what service you going to? 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, or 11:30? That's the only question we ask in our house. We know we're going to church. If we're not going to church today, it's okay. When we have our children, we know we dedicate our children to the Lord Jesus Christ. 3 months, we're bringing them to the church. We give them to the pastor. The pastor blesses them. There is no question about it. There's no arguing. There is no fighting. When we get our income, we bring our tithes and offering to the Lord. We know that. There's no issue. There is no fighting. There is no arguing. There's no thinking pastor's going to buy gator shoes. Whatever. Pastor work hard. Pastor could buy the gator shoes if he want to. As long as I bring my tithes and offering to the storehouse. That's what God has commanded me to do. Okay? So the less issues you have to deal with in your marriage is the better your marriage is going to be. You know, I'm sad when people say we've been married a year and we're about to get a divorce. And I'm like, well, about what? What y'all divorcing about? Well, was he doing that before you married him? Did you know that before? Yeah, but you know, I just thought he would change. No. Okay, people don't change. Stop trying to change people. Stop trying to change men, ladies. Accept him for who he is. If he's not what you want, leave him and move on, okay? Casey, I don't know how your book is set up because I haven't gotten it yet, but it sounds like you could create a workbook from this. I don't know. That's an idea. It has different stories in it of different, I think it's about 300 women. I think it's 300. I don't remember. Let's see. About 300 women, wives, ex-wives, you know, stuff like that. Widows. Let's see if it's in here, how many women I interviewed. I don't remember. I think it's 300. 200 wives and ex-wives. Okay, it's on the back, 200. All right, let me read the other story, ladies, and then I'm going to let you go. And whatever questions or comments you have, you can post it in the comments section. Let me find the other one, the ultimate ultimatum. I remember that. Oh my God, I cried. Here it is. 111. 111. Okay, 111. It's called The Ultimate Ultimatum. And this is why it's so important, ladies, for us to not be unequally yoked together with unbelievers. You know what it means to yoke? In the Bible days, they used to yoke a mommy cow. Let's say cow is not a cow. Ox. A mommy ox or cow or horse with a baby ox, and the mommy ox would plow, and what she was doing was teaching the baby ox how to plow, but they weren't equally yoked because the baby ox, the mommy ox was up here and baby ox is down here, so they were not equally yoked. So that's why the Apostle Paul used the term yoke together. Do not yoke yourself. Do not get in contract with. Do not join yourself together with unbelievers. But I also believe that you can be yoked together with someone who is born again, as in the born again man that does not believe in tithing. There are a lot of born again people who do not believe in tithing. That is their right. I feel as if tithing is a personal thing. We cannot force people to tithe. So if you meet a man who is born again, he doesn't believe in tithing, you believe in tithing, why would you marry him? That's going to make your life miserable. Hi, Elder Julia. How are you? Okay, I'm going to read the ultimatum. How long I've been on? I can't see. All right. This is about not being equally yoked with unbeliever. And, you know, if anybody on here, please don't be offended. You know, that's what our Bible, our holy book says. And most of my audience are Christians. So please don't be offended, okay? Fell in love, the ultimate ultimatum. Fell in love and eloped with my college sweetheart. Elope because I knew, listen to what she's saying, elope because I knew my parents would not go for me marrying a man who was not a born-again believer and who did not believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of the living God. Now that I think about it, I was in rebellion against my parents and the church. And a lot of young people go through rebelling against church, rebelling against God. That's why parents, it's important for us to have a balanced life. Okay? Don't have your kids in church 24/7. That's not the world we live in. And I do believe that's a reason why a lot of women are not married, because we're sitting up in the church 7 days a week. We're not living our lives outside of the church. All of our life is church, and ain't nobody in the church for us to marry. So a lot of women are not getting married because they're sitting up in the church waiting for God to send their husband in the church, but ain't nobody in the church, okay? So you have to go out. I told you guys I met my husband, at a networking event for those of you who live in Newark, at the Robert Treat, the Maze. It's a restaurant that turns into on Friday nights, they do different things. And on that Friday night, it was a networking event. And the first time I went out of my comfort zone, boom, met my husband. There were 2 other sisters I invited. I said, hey, you know, I'm going to this networking event. And they both had businesses. So, you know, they both had businesses because it was a networking event. You know, you give out your business card, talk to people about your business, so on and so forth. You might get invited to other events. I got invited to a few other events. That's why when Michael didn't call me, it didn't bother me, because I was busy going out and dating and getting data on other people, on other guys. You know, they didn't come. They were going to church on Friday night, and they're still single. I mean, one was already 50. She's 60 now, still no husband. The other one, she was 40, so that means she's 50 now. I was 34. Still no husband. So I'm just saying, if what you've been doing has not worked, you might need to do something different. And that's why you're going to need my other book. That's coming out soon. Okay? Okay, so back to the ultimatum. When he asked me out, listen to this, ladies, because the Holy Spirit does speak. Okay? He speak to us. When he asked me out, I knew I should not have accepted. So she knew that this man, who was not a born-again believer, when he asked her out, she should not have accepted. Remember I said earlier, if I met a guy who was not born again and he asked me out, there was no reason for me to go out with him because he wasn't born again, you know, and I was dating for marriage. I wasn't dating just to date. I didn't want to hook up. There was no hooking up that I was doing. I was dating for marriage because as long as I've known myself, I've wanted to... I forgot to post this here. I've wanted to get married, so there was no need, Christian church girls, there was no need for me to go out with a guy who was not born again because I was dating for marriage. Pamela said, just put on my glasses on and notice the bunny ears. Yeah, thank you. It's Lexi bunny ears. They actually had something in here, but one, she don't know what happened to it, so I just took the other one out. So that's why my dad said, oh, you know, I would tell him, I said, pastor, he was pastor at the time, he's bishop now. I would say, you know, I meet guys and they want me to go out and talk to them about Jesus. He said, he said, give them my number, tell them to call me. So that's what I did. You know, but you could, you know, we could go out and you could tell me about Jesus. I was like, no, here's my dad's number. You could call him. Yeah. All right. So she said when she was asked out, she knew she should not have accepted. Every step of the way. This is how much the Holy Spirit loves us, guys. He loves us. Okay, I know church folks, we say God convict, but that's not what the scripture says. Read the scripture again. Who does he convict? Because conviction means what? What does the word conviction mean? If you are born again, filled with the Holy Spirit, you've already accepted Christ as Lord and Savior of your life, why would the Holy Spirit convict? What does convict mean? Okay, I want you guys to look that up. And I want you to think about what we say. Oh, the Holy Spirit convict me. Convict means to, I'll tell you, just in case you don't want to look it up. Pronounce judgment. Make you be guilty. Hey, Pastor Mitchell, what happened? You fell off. That's what conviction means. So I really want us to think about, does the Holy Spirit come to us to make us feel guilty, to condemn us, and to pass judgment on us? That's not what the Holy Spirit does, okay? Not to the born-again believer. All right? Okay, so listen to what she says. I think this is powerful. When she was saying this, I was writing this stuff down, and I was like, okay, Holy Spirit. She said, when he asked me, I knew I should not have accepted. Every step of the way, I knew I was wrong. It was as if the little voice on the inside of me was saying, you know what you were taught. That's the Holy Spirit. And see, that's what the Holy Spirit does. He reminds us of the love of God. No, you know God love you. You know you shouldn't be shacking up with that man. God love you too much. You know Jesus died for you. You know what the Bible says. Thou shalt not shack up. It doesn't say that. Don't fornicate. That's what it says. That's what the Holy Spirit does. She said, the little voice said, you know what you were taught. When I went to his religious organizations with him and I had to cover up and sit with the woman, it was as if God was standing up inside of me saying, no, no, no. So God was with her all the way, right? Later, I told my parents and it broke their heart. She told her parents that she got married, but they said they would be praying for me. They showed me grace by continuing to pay for my college education. Every Friday, thank God for Daddy. Every Friday, Daddy would put money in my account. They'd invite my husband and me to come over, but he never wanted to go because my daddy is a preacher. While we were in college, it was good. While you were in college, it was good. Let's make this. have to go back and add that. She said, while we were in college, it was good because we were so busy with classes. See, my dad always talk about the honeymoon stage. When you get married, there is a honeymoon stage. And he said, your honeymoon should never end. Your marriage should not be where you're always fighting and quarreling and going at each other. Yes, he said issues would come up and things would come up, but you need to deal with it so you can move on. And when she said this, I thought about what my dad said, because she said, well, while she was in college in this other world, in this world of protection, for lack of a better term, she said it was good. Put money in my account at college, it was good because we were so busy with classes. Once we graduated and started to live in the real world, our issues started. He tried daily to convert me. Yeah. Hello. What do you think was going to happen, boo-boo? Of course he's going to try to convert you. I hate that on my computer all these advertisements comes up. He tried daily to convert me. He invited the women and men from his religious organization to seek to convert me. I noticed that listen to this, listen. I noticed that still little voice inside me was getting weaker and weaker. Hi, Lakeisha. But every time I spoke to mommy and daddy, they would tell me about Jesus. Even though I was working, daddy was still putting money in my account and telling me about my room still at the house. Thank God for her father. This is why, let me tell y'all, my father told me, Bishop Bradshaw, he's probably sleeping. Yeah, he's sleeping, got church tomorrow. He told me, he said, ladies, you need to have a father in your life. If you don't, you have a father figure. You know, most of you know Bishop Bradshaw is my spiritual dad. He's not my biological father. He became my spiritual father when I was 17 years old. And he's been my dad all this time, every step of the way. And he told me it is important, ladies, for you, when you are dating, for you to have a man, a father, or a father figure in your life that loves and adores you. So the man that you're dating needs to know that, so they can't get over you. Don't let your mama talk to him, because he's a man. He can get over on your mother. My father said, men know other men. Okay, so when guys would want to talk to my dad, I was like, no, because I already know I was going to marry them. Okay, when my husband asked to talk to my father, I was like, okay. Hi, Shonda. Okay. And never, I know some people say they would, if their father don't agree, if you have to know your father, if your father's a fair man, never fall out with your father. Because if anything happened, you know who you need to call? Your daddy. My father, when he gave me away, he told my husband, listen, right at the altar, it's on my wedding video. I don't know if Anunya is still on here, but everybody busted out laughing. He said, he leaned over, he said, I have a 1969 shotgun and I will use it. And while in counsel with my father told him, he said, if you ever decide you don't want Janice, you're going to beat her, you're going to cheat on her, you're going to abuse her and Lexi, call me and I'll come and pick them up. That's what he told him. And he told them, Janice has a calling on her life. I need you to give her time to write and whatever she needs to do. So ladies, you need to, the man you're going to marry, you need to have your father or father figure to speak to him. And it has to be someone you love and respect and you know that have your best interests at heart. Because if they don't have your best interests at heart, you can't really trust them. Okay, I trust my father. I would not marry any man without his approval. If he did not like Michael, I would not marry him. Because I know my dad, he loves me. He has my best interests at heart. There were other guys that liked me that he was like, no, that's not it, baby. Let that go. You need to let that go. And I listened to him, and look what the Lord done did for me. Okay. So she said, even though she was working, Daddy was still putting money in my account and telling me about the room. One day, we got into a huge fight because he was ready to have children and I wasn't. I honestly couldn't bring myself to have kids in this situation because I remember being in Sunday school as a child. Those were some of my fondest memories. During our fight, he yelled, "Reject Jesus and convert or get out of my house." That's what he said to her. Hey, Casey. Suddenly, my whole life flashed before my eyes. Hell flashed before me, and I yelled, "Kill me if you must, but I will never reject Jesus because Jesus Christ is the Son of God." I grabbed my purse, ran out, and I haven't looked back. I am so thankful to God for my daddy who drove all night to come and pick me up. God, hi, Bettina. Hi, Joanne. God knew what he was saying when he said we should not marry unbelievers or do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Coco said, no felons, no felons. Do I have a story in there about felons? I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe in the next one. Maybe in the next one. Okay. All right, guys. So pay attention, ladies, to the guys you date. Pay attention to the information you get. Do not get emotionally involved. That's why we can't walk away, because we get emotional. But I like him. But he's so sweet. But please share the video, guys. Please share the video. Oh, I forgot. Do you guys see me having my cheetah PJs? Yes, honey, cheetah. Hi, Diane. Don't get emotionally involved. I don't want to say we're too emotional, because God created us as emotional beings. Women, we are emotional. But don't get emotionally involved. That's why you do not meet one guy and he's it. Put all of your hopes and dreams, marital hopes and dreams, in his one little holy, full of holes, flimsy basket, because you don't know anything about him. Do not get emotionally involved. That's why you can't walk away, because you like him. He's sweet. You're going to turn your life over to a guy who's sweet, but he ain't got no job. Okay? He don't love Jesus, if you're a believer or whatever your religious persuasion is. All right? So be mindful, ladies. Pay attention to what he says. Get your list. I can help you with your list. If you need help with your list, I can help you, because it took me a long time to get to, okay, this is it. This is it. This is my 10, both negotiable and non-negotiable. Hi, Author Phoenix. I can help you with your list, because I know some of us, our list is like 50 things, but you have to condense that. You have to condense that. You have to bring it down. Hi, Andell. Oh, it's my baby sister right there. That's it. Talk about it. That's my little sister. You have to condense it. You have to have it so you can have it in your head. So every time he says something, you says, tell me more. Like if he doesn't believe in tithing, you say, tell me more, and let him talk. Just let him talk. And ladies, stop talking so much. We talk too much. We talk too much. We want to tell him everything. We want to tell everything. No, you just have to give him one little drip at a time and leave them wanting more and needing more, so he can call you tomorrow or the next day. And stop being on the phone all night. I need help after I read the book. Coco, you read the book? I don't remember you telling me you got it. Maybe you did. I forgot. Okay, guys. So I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Any other questions before I let you go? Thanks so much for sharing, Janice. You're welcome, Ryan. Thank you. Any questions? Any questions? Kids. Do you want to have kids? One lady in my book, oh my God, I'm not going to read it, but I'll just tell you, she wanted to have kids. She married this guy. They were trying for a year or 2 or 3 years. I don't remember how long. And She couldn't get pregnant. Went to the doctor. Listen to this. Doctor run tests on her. She was fine. Doctor run tests on him. And the doctor came in the room and said, Mr. So-and-so, you need to talk to your wife. So the doctor walked out the room and said, I'll be back in 5 minutes, but you need to talk to your wife. Y'all, come to find out he had a vasectomy and never told her. My thing fell down. And all this time, she was trying to have kids, and he had a vasectomy, and he never told her. And you're acting like you're trying to get her pregnant. So all of those are things you want to ask. Do you want to have kids? That was one thing I was asking my husband, because he was older, and he said when I met him, he said he never thought at that age he was in his mid-40s, he would have kids, because he said he thought he was too old, to have kids. So I needed a yes. I needed a yes. He would say, if God bless us. I don't need that. I don't need if God. God already blessed us to have children. The first command he gave to Adam and Eve is to multiply. Multiply. So God already blessed us to have kids. Do you want to? Yes or no? I need a yes or a no. And some things you need to talk about in counseling. And please go to marital counseling. How do you marry somebody without going to marital counseling? Okay, because a marriage counsel will get all the things out that either party's hiding. They can pull it out. Just pull it out. Okay, any other questions or comments? Somebody without going to marital counsel. Before I leave, because I think I've been on for now. Will your book be addressing older women whose children are older? The book is my next book is about how to gather data on the guys you meet. So it's for any woman, okay? It's talking about being open to dating online. I know, especially in Christendom. Oh, that's the devil's playground. No, there's no difference between meeting somebody online versus meeting somebody at the post office. There's no difference. You have to use the same rules to get to know that person. Remember, years ago when there was only one phone, you would meet a person, give them your phone number. He'll hope they'll call you, and they'll call you, and you'll spend time talking on the phone. There is no difference. So being online, being open to meeting online, being open to meeting guys on Facebook. I met a few guys on Facebook, and I'll talk about this another time. But I had about 3 or 4 guys that flew from other states to meet me. Okay. Texas, Atlanta. And I don't remember where the other guy was. He was in the military. He was in the Midwest somewhere. Flew here to New Jersey to meet me. But there was a guy in New York, 15 minutes away from me, who didn't want to get on a train or take a cab to come and meet me. And I wrote about that story in the book. But I had 3 or 4 that got on a plane, fly all the way across the country to come and meet me. There were no love connections, but at least they thought I was worth meeting, So it's no age limit, Pamela. It's for every woman who is single who want to get married and meet somebody and get married. Okay. Let me see if there's any other questions before I go. Go. Hi, Denise. Online dating seems scary. Pamela, why does it seem scary? What's the difference between meeting somebody online and thinking back? Let's think 15, 20 years ago, right? All we had was a house phone. We didn't have cell phones then. We did not have cell phones. So let's say you went to New York, you met somebody, you gave them your number, you're talking on the phone. There's no difference. Okay, it's the same rules that apply. Don't tell everything. Don't let them come to your house. Have your questions in your head. Get the information you need. Decide if you're going to go out with him. And for ladies who are widows, my mom is a widow. I don't know if she's still on. And she wants to get married again, and she's dating. And I know somebody else who I can't bring myself to accept it. But I know eventually I have to. You know who you are, Pastor. But be mindful. Whatever your husband left you, and this is what I told my mom, whatever your husband left you, right? Whatever his pension, his if he has a pension, his social security, his health insurance, his whatever your husband have left you, whoever you're dating to get married to, make sure he can do more than what your husband is doing for you. That happened to somebody I know. Her husband died in July. In August, she was already getting married. And, okay, Pastor Nicholson. And I begged her. I said, your husband left you his social security. She was getting good social security. You know, those men back in those days, they worked in the minefields or wherever not the minefields, but the coal. They lived out there in the Midwest. And I begged her. I mean, this guy couldn't even pay rent. How do you marry somebody that can't pay rent? Okay. That's one thing my dad, and people get mad at me on social media, but my dad told me the least a man can do is put a roof over your head and food on your table. So if he can't do that for you, you don't need to marry him. That's what my dad told me. So, I mean, he couldn't even pay rent, okay? And I begged her, please, just wait. Don't jump into marrying this guy. Marry this guy. It didn't work. So now she lost what her husband left her, and she's 60 or 50 or 60 something starting all over. Just don't do it, okay? Get your emotions out of it. Look at the facts, okay? My husband is doing this. I'm living on my husband's social security, his pension, his health insurance. Builder Bob over here needs somebody to take care of him. Get your emotions out of it. Look at it. Write it down. Look at it. Stop being emotional. Okay, talk to your kitty cat. If your kitty cat is yelling and screaming, speak to it. Jesus says, speak to the mountain, because your kitty cat will get you in trouble because you're being emotional. And now you leaving all of this over here to end up being homeless and hungry because Builder Bob needs somebody to take care of him. Please stop. Okay, don't do it, ladies. Don't do it. All right. Let's see if I have any other questions. Hi there. Hi, Denise. How was your date? Ooh. All right, Pastor Nicholson. It was 10 years getting his RSDI. All right. You know, that's right. So, you know, we need to talk. Amen already blessed us. Amen. Yes, Felicia. Crocodile, no, didn't help with I need help with my list after I read the book. Oh, okay, you need help with after you read the book. Okay, good. So I'm committing myself on video that anybody that needs help, I'm here to help you with your list. I will help you to get down to that number 10, both negotiable and non-negotiable. Because there is no perfect person. Okay, my husband is not perfect. He was a little bit more older. I think he's 12 years my senior. And my dad always told me, Janice, you need to get somebody older. Because in my 20s, the guys in their 20s, they were struggling. They were trying to move in my studio apartment. Okay, studio apartment is one room. Okay. So my dad always said, get somebody who's a little bit older and established. So I always said I could do 10 years. My husband is 12 years. Okay. So that's point right there. Okay. So that's why you have to be practical. Okay. He's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So then these are the things you can negotiate on. You know, he have 3 kids. Is that okay with you? You have 1. Are you okay with taking care of 4 children? Are you going to want to have more kids? Stuff like that. The only thing we will not negotiate is the good job, okay? Because he needs to provide. Yes, darling. These are Lexus. You know these are Lexus. Everything is pink. It's Lexus. Okay. All right. Let's see. Did I answer everyone's question? Did I? Who else? Did I answer everybody's question? Somebody question. I feel like I didn't answer somebody's question. Okay. I could never date a 70-year-old. Oh no, Denise. No. Once you get over a certain age, it's just best to stick to your age group. Okay? Stick to your age group. Because you're 55, I think. You don't need somebody 70, child. Too old. Okay, you need to stick to your age group. I think after 50, you need to stick to your age group. Okay, 30s, when we're in our 30s and 40s, especially those of us who have established ourselves, dating guys our age who are still trying to make it, it's just not going to work. It's just best to date somebody a little bit older who are more established. Excuse me. Maybe you meet somebody your age who is established, but my dad always say it's usually best for the guys to be a little bit older than the woman, because guys take a little bit longer to mature. So that's coming from my father, and he's always been right. So okay, never thought of the things you said about widows dating. Never thought of that. Yes, Pamela. Yes. If the man you're dating to marry, see, marriage, y'all. I'm going to write a book on marriage because God has given me a revelation on marriage. Next to the covenant with the Lord Jesus Christ, marriage is the next powerful, greatest covenant there is. That's why we can't just marry anybody. Okay, I beg of you, don't do it. I was 28. I remember sitting at my computer. I'm going to get what God has for me, or I'm going to stay by myself, because I can't afford to mess up my life and my destiny. Okay, so you ladies, that's why when a man says, come, will you marry me? What he is saying is, allow me to take over providing for you, protecting you, and providing for you. Come under my love. Come under my protection. Come under my provision. That's what he's saying when he says, come and marry me. So you can't, I'm not going to leave like this one girl in the book, child. Y'all, for those of you who live in my area, she lived in one of those new condos in Livingston. You know how expensive Livingston is, and you know how nice Livingston is, right? She married a builder-bob who moved her from Livingston and moved her all the way down in the Central Ward. No offense, Central Ward's people. I used to live in the Central Ward, I think. No, I didn't. No offense, but you know, Livingston, Central Ward cannot be compared. In a Roachmobile. Hi, Rebecca. And her parents, she don't have any kids. So her parents bought her a Benz. I think it's a Benz. Build-A-Bob. Yeah, I'm going to talk about a Build-A-Bob on another time. Parents bought her a Benz for her 40th birthday. Do you know that said, we need, I don't remember the story. Did he say sell it? Or they wanted to move down there, and she was like, I have a Benz, right? And he told her to sell it or something like that. It's in the book. And she wasn't spoiled. She was an only child. She had a great job. Her parents bought her whatever. Her parents bought her the Benz, help her get the condo in Livingston. It is so nice. When I go, I don't want to leave, because I'm like, oh my God, can I live here, please? So nice to give up all of that to go down here to a Build-A-Bob. And then they had to fight about money. He wasn't making no money, child. No money. And she would buy red bottoms. He told her he can't buy red bottoms. See what I told you about the submission? He took her to Payless shoes to get Payless. She cried. I think she cried at Payless. Then he went to Family Dollar and said, I saw some nice makeup at Family Dollar. She said she used to go to Sephora. And I don't think Fenty had came out yet. Sephora. And he said, you don't need to buy that expensive makeup anymore. There's nice makeup at Family Dollar. She said she cried. You should have thought about that, okay, before you marry him. So now he's controlling your money. He's telling you how to spend your money. He ain't making no money. Okay, so that's why we have to be careful. Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Build a Bob. Oh, honey, there's, in my book, there is, and this is all I'm going to tell you because I need you guys to buy my book, okay? Build a Bob. Maybe I should read you guys a little bit. Should I read you guys just one little line before I go? Okay, let's see if I can find it. What is this? What is this? What is it? Dropbox for 1 year. I will not be at Payless. Pastor Cassandra. Oh, I know you love your red bottoms. Okay, if he says to you, Pastor Cassandra, oh, let's go to Payless. She cried. She said, Payless? She's never worn Payless shoes her whole life. Build a Bob. Where's Build a Bob? She said, Build a Bob is number what? Did she stay with him? She's still with him. We don't talk that much anymore. We don't talk that much. You know, after you get, this is why it's important. Be careful who you marry, because God says he honors marriage. So if you marry the devil, God honors it. God will bless it. Okay? That's why you can't marry just anybody, because God says he honors marriage. So once you're married, I got nothing to say, except if he's beating you, then I will speak up, because in my father's church, one of our church sisters was killed by her husband, who's an elder in the same church, shot her in front of his kids. Okay? So the mom is dead. He's in jail. The kids. So I will speak up if there is abuse. But other than that, I don't have anything to say about your marriage, honey. That's who you chose. No, I might say stuff on Facebook, but I'm not saying anything specifically about anyone. I'm just speaking in general, especially because I have the book, The Naked Wife. But I don't talk about people's marriage. I'm trying to find Build a Bob, guys. I think Build a Bob, Build a Bob, Build a Bob. Oh, it's a little chilly. This is another thing I bought for Miss Lexi for Christmas. She said she didn't want it. So I said, thank you. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's a little chilly down here because, you know, the heat goes off after a certain time. I'm going to find Build a Bob and read for y'all. And then I'm going to let you guys go. But I need you guys to get this book when it come out, okay? Let me find Build a Bob. Everybody's laughing. There's Build a Bob, Build a Mail, Build a Bob, Build a Mail. What's another one, Coco? I don't even do Walmart, so definitely won't do Payless or Family Dollar. Build a Bob, Build a Mail, Build a Bob, Build a Mail, Fixer Upper. Where is Mr. Build a Mail? Soon I was trying to make it for Valentine's Day, but it's not going to happen. Oh, here goes. Mr. Build a Mails. Listen, ladies. Okay. Don't ever try to build a man or teach him how to be a man. Okay? Don't do it. The best thing you can do for a man who needs you to build him is to refer him to another man who can help him to become a man. Most importantly, it's a man's responsibility to go before God and find out what God has said to and about him. That's why it's important, ladies. The man you choose, you need to ask him what's his vision. Okay? Reason why a lot of women are unhappy and don't want to submit to husbands is because, you know, unfortunately, like Abigail, he's a fool. Okay? I'm not saying your husband is a fool. I'm just saying there's a story in the Bible about Abigail who was married to a fool. Okay, I saw that the other day. One lady said, I don't trust him to make decisions. And I asked the question, well, when did you stop trusting him? I never trust him. Why did you marry him? You know, people get upset, but that's the truth. You have to really think back, okay? Most importantly, it's man's responsibility before God and find out what God has said to him and about him. That's why so the man is important, because you're submitting to his vision, the vision that God has given him for his life and his family. That's what you're submitting to, his vision, helping him to fulfill his vision for his life. Additionally, he needs to know God's will for his family, okay? Then you can reinforce, this is where we come in, ladies. Then you can reinforce what God has told him once he chooses you to profess, provide for, and protect you. Okay, all these ladies trying to build these men you're not married to, stop, please. You're building him up for somebody else's husband. Okay, and I have lots of sisters on that would gladly appreciate the man you build up, okay? Please reserve the teaching only for your son, not the man you are gathering data on, okay? Stop trying to teach men stuff, ladies. Daily, I remind my husband of what a great man, husband, and father he is. I thank him for being my professor of love, protector, and provider, how he provides so well for the kids and me, and how much he makes us feel safe, safe, safe. My son, I speak greatness into him, that he's a godly child, a good child. He brings us joy and peace, how he's respectful, obedient, and how one day he will be president of the United States or whatever God created him to be. Okay, I want to get to the Build-A-Bear. Okay. I hate that with those advertisements. I have to ask Mike. Let me skip over that. I have to ask Mike. Okay, let me read this part. Many women spend years building up men who aren't theirs. I know many women who have built a man for herself, but then he skips off to marry a woman who can appreciate him for the man that she built him up to be. Builder males are men who are looking for a woman to build them. The knockback I get from this is, but we're supposed to build up our man. No, ladies, stop using that as an excuse. We're to build up our husbands, not every man you meet. Imagine meeting every guy you meet, you're trying to build him up. That's tiring. Just stop. How do you build up your husband? You build him up in prayer, honor, respect. You build up your husband by nurturing him, blah, 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 blah. Mr. Fixer-Upper. Let me get to Mr. Build-A-Bear. Okay. Let's read Fixer-Upper and Build-A-Bob. Mr. Fixer-Upper, I have a blog post about this, so please be sure to read it, blah, blah. I hate that as women we are pushed to fix men up so that they can become husbands for us. I hate that. You know, remember the old church ladies used to tell us, fix him up, Sister Jean. He just need a good woman like you to help him and to fix him up. No, thank you. I left the church because of that. I wanted to go off when, here it is, church mothers would tell me to get a man and fix him up, feed him, buy him some clothes and cologne, give him a lovely home cooked meal, and put some money in his pocket. I hated that. My issue with that was no one fixed me up. Ain't nobody fixed me up. I struggled since I was 16 to build a life for me and Lexi. So now I'm supposed to take a grown man and fix him up? No. I struggled as a teen mom to make a life for my daughter and myself. I made the necessary sacrifices so that we could have a decent life. Some males are looking for women. Sorry. My nose. Some men are looking for women to fix them up and build them up. Ladies, please leave Mr. Fixer-Upper alone. Like Mr. Build-A-Bob or Build-A-Mare, once you are finished fixing him up, he often leaves and goes to find a woman who can appreciate him for the fixed up man you have made him, because in your eyes he will always be the man you fixed up. Okay? Build-A-Mare, Build-A-Bob. He's like Mr. Fixer-Upper, except you're building this man from scratch. I remember Professor Gunther saying, go to Home Depot, get you a $49.99 man and blow him up. He leads, listen, ladies, listen. This is how you gather data. He leads with he's looking for a woman to build him up so that he can get on the straight and narrow. He's just a shell and he needs you to tell him who he is. Give him a vision for his life. Give him masculinity and tell him who God created him to be. I'm sorry, but you're not his mama. But many women do this with the hopes that he will turn around and marry them. Listen, I can't say it enough. Sisters, a husband is to profess his love for you, provide for you, and protect you. The only male you need to be building and fixing up is your son, not a grown man who requires you to be your leader and protector. My nose just itching. How many women have you heard, listen to this, how many women have you heard say they took some man in, fixed him up, and told him who he was when he was good, he left her and married another woman? Think about how many women you know like that. Do you know why? Because those women were playing his mama. And what do sons do once their moms are finished raising them? Once mom is finished grooming and training, they leave mama and find a wife to profess their love to, provide for, and protect. Ladies, you are not a contractor, counselor, or maintenance woman. Many women get frustrated because they are trying to build up every man they meet. How do you do that? Every man you meet, you're trying to build him up. Aren't you tired? No, choose. I know this, my dad always told me this. I thought, what are you talking about? Choose an already built man because you are a built woman who wants to get married. Then you can spend the rest of your life building and supporting each other. I've even heard grown men whining about women only wanting ready-made men. Heck yeah. We want a ready-made man. Again, we are not contractors. I don't know about anyone else, but I do not like to put furniture together. I don't even want to try to figure out how to put my baby's toy together, much less a grown man. Okay, that's all I'm going to read for y'all because I need y'all to buy this book. Yeah, so that's just a little snippet for you. Okay. Maintenance woman. Right. That's not who we are. Scratch, not even a form of a man. No, fixing up. He needs to be working at elevating. Okay. And I posted today that he's supposed to complement your life. Okay. He's supposed to provide a better life for you. You know what it look like. I'm living in a 1-bedroom apartment and Michael's going to move up in there with me and Lexi, where I gave Lexi the bedroom and I was sleeping in the living room on the futon. What did it look like? He moving up in there with me? No, you got to buy me a house, honey. And when I met him, I was working on buying it. Cedric McCrae, I was going to text you because I said, I haven't seen Ceddy in a long time. I wonder if he's all right. Is he still alive? Hey, Ceddy. When I met my husband, I was working on buying a house. I was going to buy a multifamily home. And I remember one day, we was sitting at the table and he leaned over. He said, is that what you really want? A multifamily? I was like, no, I really want a one family, blah, blah, blah. He said, okay, then look for that. I was like, what did you say? What did you say? So he bought me a beautiful one family home. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Hey, Sadie. All right, ladies, and guys and gentlemen, I have kept you long enough. Any other questions? Drop it really quick so I can let you guys go. What time? Oh, it's 11:08. You know it's past my bedtime, child. I don't even know these time of night. But I took a nap today, so I'm good. I'm good. Oh, wait. Sean, it's a girl. That was my ex-husband, Builder Bob. I tried to even show him how to take me out on a date. Sean, he didn't know how to take you out on a date. But what did you do before you got married? Sean, Yep, I fixed him up, and after we split and divorced, he moved to Phoenix to live with another woman with 3 boys, and he left 3 children here on the East Coast. How horrible is that? Sweet. How horrible. Oh my God. All right, ladies, let's see. It was good, girl. A lot. Takeaway valid. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Remember, guys, please get my book. Let me see if I can post it here again. And reviews. I need reviews. I need to get 50 reviews. If I get 50 reviews, then Amazon will advertise my book for free. I only have 19, and I know I've sold more than 50 copies of my books on Amazon. So I really need you guys to leave a review for me. Please, 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 please. Seti, did you buy your book yet, Cedric? Okay, you want to jump on here speaking to me and stuff. Did you buy your book? Thank you, guys. That's right. Buy me a house, not a house you had with another woman in it. My husband had a townhouse, right, in Society Hill. And I told him, to me, please do not be offended. A townhouse is like an apartment. People is on top of you, on the side of you, underneath you. Then they're going to tell you, oh, stop, your kids are running, blah, blah, blah. I've been out on medical leave. Okay, Seti, I figured that. I said I haven't seen it. I was going to text you tomorrow. So, see, I thought about you. Because, you know, I remember what you did for me. You saved my life. He says, okay. You know, look for what you want. Looked for it. He bought it, honey. He bought it. He bought it. Yes, Judy, please start reading tomorrow. What did you say about widows dating? I missed it. Okay, widows dating. If you want to get married again, make sure the man you're going to marry can replace your husband's income and above. Okay? So let's say you're dating some guy and he's really not on anything. You know, you have to take care of him. That's not somebody you want to marry, because once you marry him, a lot of your husband's benefits leave, right? I'm not sure about the pension. I guess the pension is what you leave for whoever. But his Social Security, his RSDI, all of that is gone, because now you have somebody over here that's supposed to provide for you and protect you. That's why the government says, well, your husband is gone, so, you know, your husband worked so many years, so you're still here. So we're going to take care of you because your husband worked so many years. But if you go and get married, you lose your husband's Social Security and RSDI. Am I correct? Pension, I think you leave for the person. So if you're going to date and get married, make sure he can replace whatever your husband. Check it. I asked my husband, I need to see W-2s. I need to do see credit report. I need a blood work. Because see, blood work, I want to make sure you're not going to give me anything I can't get rid of. Okay. Credit, I want to make sure there's nothing on there I can't live with. Okay, I know we all have a little bit of debt, credit cards, student loans, whatever. I was still paying my student loans when I met him. But I need to see it. There was this guy that I like. He was in almost $500,000 in student loan debt. He went to that very expensive school that Donald Trump went to. I can never remember that name, but I know that's the school he went to. When he told me that, I was gone, because I'm like, wait a minute. This was in 2008, right? And then the market crashed. So they let him go. They had to let him go. He had a studio apartment. He couldn't afford nothing, child. He had so much student loan debt that his whole pay was going towards his student loan. He was living in a studio apartment, which was fine. You know, if you're by yourself, you know, you kind of talk to him and see where he's going. Then the market crashed. You know, he had to give up his studio. Yeah. You know, he had to give up his studio apartment and move home with his mother. So, ladies, that's why you don't get your emotions involved. Look at the facts. Okay, look at the facts, because even though he was making a lot of money, he could not afford to live. He was living in a studio apartment. I had a 1-bedroom. He was in a 1-room apartment. Okay, so you have to think those things through. And you don't get your Social Security until 60, so I can't forfeit money that I don't have yet for foolishness. Right, Cassandra, Pastor Nicholson. Exactly. So you get your RSDI. So you get married, that's gone. Okay, that's gone. And I tell my mom, her husband was a police officer. Lots of good benefits. Okay, I tell my mom, okay, mom, make sure whoever you're dating can replace his income and above. Make sure you get your good health insurance. Make sure that money is coming in. Make sure he has health coverage. You don't want to give up health coverage for somebody who you don't have no health coverage. You don't want to do that, okay? It's just thinking it through, ladies. It's just because I've known so many women, this book is full of it, who got married and then they regret it, okay? That's why I wanted to put this book out. But if you just think it through before, you can avoid it. Let's see. Pensions, at least my husband stopped if you married before a certain age. Pamela, are you saying your husband's pension stopped before, because you're married at a certain age? I think before. I think it was 56, but stayed if you remarried after that. Women need to double check that. Yes, pensions. I think the pension goes to whoever your beneficiary. I think it's kind of different from Social Security. I think. I'm not sure. But I do know the Social Security is gone. Because I met this lady. We met over the phone accidentally. And we met up, we had coffee, and she's been a widow for 12 years. And she says Social Security calls her every year to ask her if she got married yet. That was like, so did you get married yet? She was like, nope. She said, I was married 30 years to my husband. I am not losing out on his Social Security or whatever. RSDI is, okay, there you go. Pastor Cassandra answered. I don't get Social Security due to retiring from the post office. I get my pension and my late husband's pension. Huh. Judy. Oh, so you don't get a Social Security? So, Oh, I'm not sure how that works. I thought you get both pension and Social Security. I'm not sure how that works. I guess if the pension is too much more, then you don't get the Social Security. Or say Social Security. Yes. Hey, you need to be a matchmaker in charge if for the service I pay serious. Oh, child, I would have to get good men, y'all. Y'all wouldn't get no men, because I'd be like, wait, you don't have no job. Hi, Sarah. Hi. How are you? Pension is too high. Yeah. Okay, so if your pension is too high, then you don't get the Social Security. So you have to look into that, Judy. The pension, do you still get it if you remarry? Because I know for us, Pastor Cassandra, I think you will it to the person, right? So they get it. I don't know if you remarry, do you still get it? I'm not sure. But ladies, just be careful. Okay, because this other lady, she's missing out now. She don't even talk to me no more. And, I would still talk to her, but, you got things through. You can't allow your kitty cat to make decisions for you. Yeah, I thought you got both, too. You can't allow your kitty cat to make decisions for you. Yes, pension is too high. Okay, yes, Pastor Cassandra. So you will your pension to whoever. It was good, girl. Maintenance woman. Yeah. Stop being the maintenance woman. Scratch even the form of a man. Now to fix and he needs to rework and elevate it. Yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's supposed to do better for you. He's supposed to make your life better. If Michael could not make my life better, I don't care how good looking he is. And you know, if you see my husband, he's very handsome. I always tell him so handsome. He's handsome. So, um, I was not emotionally involved. He told me he loved me at 4 months, April 19th. I remember because we went to an event. Ladies, let me tell you how these guys check you out, okay? And everything is coming together now that I'm writing this book. He invited me to an event, right? When we met, he had me meet his best friend and his frat brother. And then he had an event in New York. And he invited his frat brothers from all over the country. And another, one of his friends, a couple of his friends he went to school with to meet me. And when I walked in the hotel, I forgot what the name of the hotel was, the event, all his frat brothers was lined up. And when I came through the door, I stood there. I was shocked because he was like so handsome in a bow tie. I wanted him to wear a bow tie for our wedding. He says, no, because I always have to wear a bow tie at work for events, so no. And I'm standing there looking at him and I'm like, does he see me? And, you know, they started, they shook them. Then he left, he came, got me and introduced me to them. So while we're checking them out, they're checking us out too. Okay, that's why it's important for you to be yourself. Don't pretend. Be who you are, because they're checking us out and they can sniff out a fake. Okay, don't be fake. So you can will your pension to an ex-wife. Felicia, with our pension, you can will it. When you fill out your beneficiary paperwork, it says who, if you, God forbid, die, who gets your pension. So you have to fill in the person and what percent. Okay, I need to go back and look at mine too now that we're talking about it, and what percent. But I'm not sure what happens if you get married. I just know from my mom it's different. She gets a pension from her police officer husband who passed, and I think if she remarries, then that goes away. But I'm not sure. Different pensions work different ways. So that's why I'm not sure. Let's see. Sorry, guys, for my nose. Every time I come down here, my nose want to start running and dripping. Who else? The government. I don't want to touch. Let me see. Yes, you can remarry and still keep the money. Okay, Pastor Cassandra say yes, you can still remarry and keep the pension, right? Not the RSDI or the Social Security. Government pensions and Social Security are different from non-government pension Social Security. Pamela, interesting. So we're government. So I don't know. So this is what I'm talking about, ladies. You have to check this stuff out. Ask questions. Ask questions. If I remarry, do I lose this? Because guess what? If you go marry a Bob the Builder, God forbid, and it doesn't work out, what do you have left? Nothing. You can't go back and get your other husband stuff because you went over here and allow your kitty cat to speak to you. And marry a Bob the Builder over here. Okay, and now it's all gone. So you have to find out. All right. Any other questions before I let you guys go? It's 11 o'clock. Oh my God. I can't tell you the last time I've been up this late. But I took a nap earlier, so I'm good. Any other questions before I go? Any other? Don't forget to get my book, guys. Come on now. Come on. I really need your support. I need it. And Pastor Cassandra bought a lot of my books. Thank you, Pastor Cassandra. Thank you all. Matter of fact, I have to give Pastor Cassandra a few free books. My new book that come out. I'm going to give Pastor Cassandra a few books, as Pastor Cassandra really supported me. Yes, I could give my pension to anyone, but his was set up to only go to his spouse. Oh, okay. So see, different pension works differently. So guys, you'll have to do the research before you marry. Okay, don't marry then. I thought he was gonna change and stop beating me. I thought if he got married he would stop cheating. No. Okay. I think I post the link. Okay, there's the link, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So try to get the book. So yeah, Pastor Nicholson, I said, oh, I gotta give Pastor Nicholson at least 5 free books because she bought a lot of my other books. Where can I get your book? It's on Amazon, Ruby. I just post the link. Hi, Sarah. Sarah is watching from, I think, South Africa. Yeah, both too. Do you see the link, Ruby? I can sleep late tomorrow because Hubbylicious is taking little Michael to the office tomorrow. So that'd be good for me. Ruby. I'm trying to see if Ruby sees the link. It's in the author James. No, what's no? And guys, if you can't get the book, they give you a sample, and that book is 256 pages. So you will get at least 200 almost. This book is almost 300 pages. 279. So you will get at least maybe about 50 or 60 pages free if you can't afford it right now. It's on sale for $12.99, I think. Let me look at it. I don't see the link. Okay, I'll tag you. Oh no, it's back up to $19.99. But it goes on sale all the time. I don't know why they do that, but they do. Okay, let me tag you. Phoenix. Oh, I love that name, Phoenix. Like the bird? Is that like the bird? Why am I not seeing her name on here? Phoenix, let me go out and come back. Oh, that's a pretty ring. Oh, that's so pretty. Let me share that. Yeah. Share that. Y'all can see what rings to look at. Go look at rings, ladies. Okay? Go look at rings. Know what you want. I didn't know what I wanted, so we both went ring shopping, and he told me to pick 3. When we went to Jared's, I didn't see anything at Jared's that I liked. So we kind of went around till we found somewhere that we liked, and this ring here, oh my God, I cried like a baby. See that? I cried. That was the first ring my eyes caught. And I looked at the price. I was like, oh no, put it all the way back there. Put it all the way in the back of the room. He was like, no, bring that here. You like that? He said, you like that? I was like, yes. But, see, He said, no, put that right here. Put that right here. Put it right here. Put it right here. And he said, okay, pick 2 more. So I picked another one. And then I picked his number 1. And I thought I was going to get my number 2. And he said, no, you pick 3. Those are the 3. Are you sure? Those are the 3 you like. So if I pick anyone, you'll be happy. I was like, yes. He said, okay, me and Terrence, his frat brother, will come back and he'll choose the ring. So he went back and he chose this one. I cried like a baby. I'm like, oh my God, you bought the ring. Oh, y'all should see Pastor Nicholson ring. Oh, show us your ring. Well, you can't show it on here. But yeah, I just shared something about rings on my page. Okay, I'm trying to see. Phoenix, why am I not seeing your comment on my computer? All right, but I'll tag you once I get off. Maybe because I'm on, I don't know. All right, guys. Any other questions? I love you. Thank you for watching. I'm going to try to do more lives because I just have so much to share. And with my new book coming out, I want to, I want to share a lot about my book because I know a lot of my sisters want to get married, but it's, it's doable, ladies. We're going to get it. We're going to have some marriages this year. Good night. Watch the whole video. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Any other questions before we go? Good night. Good night, Phoenix. I love your name. Phoenix. Yeah, thank you. I will. I definitely will. You guys like my decorations I created for you? That sign says mesmerizing. I love the Little Mermaid. And all this pink stuff you see is Alexia. I ran up in her room. I was like, let me borrow some pink stuff. All of this is hers. That's her. Penny's hers. This pink pillow's hers. That's all hers. And Penny's hers. This is her pink blanket. That's her scarf. That's her scarf right here. It's all Lexi pink stuff. Good night, Pastor Cassandra. All right, guys, I'm going to get off. Good night. I love you for watching. Thank you so much. How much was it? How much was it, Ruby? Oh, girl. I can't tell you. But I will say this. When he picked up the ring, the man said, go straight to the insurance office. Don't stop. He told him, he said, go straight to the insurance office and put insurance on the ring. Because I think he just had gotten the engagement ring first, and then he went back. I had to go back and pick a band for him. Say go straight to the insurance office. Don't stop, because if anything happens, if you lose it, you're out. All right. Is your daughter good at the draw? Yes, she plays. Oh, yeah. And my baby, he's playing too. He plays really good because Lexi plays all the time. And he plays. And guys, don't forget, I have other books too on Amazon. I have In Christ I Am. That's on sale. And I have the one about... but let me not upset you guys. I'm not going to mention the other one. Moments of Gratitude is a book I'm going to redo. And what I said I would do, everyone that bought The Naked Wife and this new book coming up, you would get the Moments of Gratitude free. No. It's okay. It's okay. And then, of course, The Naked Wife. Why does it feel like I'm missing some books? All right. All right, guys. I love you. Thanks for watching. Yeah, my daughter's really good because she took drum lessons for about 4 years. 16, 17. She took drum lessons for about 4 years. And as you can see, she's on the book In Christ I Am. And my little boy, he's really good. He's good too. So I had mentioned to Mike that we probably next September we'll probably start him off with thank you, Pastor Nicholson. He might do tap because he likes to dance. He really likes to dance, and we're gonna take him to see some tap dancing. So we might do tap. Little boys are cute doing tap dancing. Um, no, no, Michelle, if you're still on, no, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Which one? Which one? Okay, guys. I love you for watching. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I love you. I love you. Blessings to you. That's the name of the book, right? Yes. Oh, Pastor Nicholas. Yes, sure enough. That's another book, Praying for Our Children. All right, guys. I love you. That's the name of a book, right? Yes, Pastor Nicholson, but it's not on Amazon. But if you need a copy, I have one for you. I'll get one for you, okay? If you need a copy of the book, Praying for Our Children, I do. If you need one, Pastor Nicholson, I can get you one. It's just now on Amazon. I'm going to do a reprint of it. Mm. That's the name, right? Yeah, Pastor Nicholson. Praying for Our Children. But that's not on Amazon. So I'll get one for you. Okay, night, night, ladies and gents. Thank you for watching. I love you very much. Thank you.